Countdown. This is going to be an abbreviated show. Let me just make sure I've got everything. Thumbs up. All links. Message. Refresh that one. Refresh that one. Refresh that one. Refresh that one. Boom. Trendspider. Okay, let me get back and I'll update you on Daisy. So that little bitch, Wendy, sorry for the language. I told my girlfriend who was with me, I said, you watch. New dog sickness procedure. Drive her around, park in the vet's parking lot, walk around with her in your arm, back in the car, have her take some water, go home. $0 and they'll fix it. So she's still not 100%, but she's better. She just ate. She had food. She's walking around begging for food. Did you take her out, Maya, at all?
No.
She hasn't asked though. She's fine. I mean, it's $700 and then it just gets, it is what it is. By the way, I hope everyone invested in IREN, HUT, all of those, because they're way up today. I mean, there's nothing that I can do about the timing of these things, but I'm going to do more of a market overview. I just haven't had the time to do much of anything else. So I'm going to give you my notes, which are pretty much from yesterday. But I think it gives a good overview of the market and a couple of special things. For instance, just FYI, this list is killing it. This November watch list. Yeah. Killing it.
Bam.
Killing it. Bam. Let's go back here. Oh no. I want that. That. There we go. And I hope this opens up Sabrina's. No, we don't need to open up Sabrina's, but we'll put hers on there. This is a great article. This was amazing. They use different models of AI to test is AI a better stock trader? And FYI, I think it is. Okay, now I've got to sign out and then put this up. And let's see if this stays. I don't know that it does. Okay. Nope, that's not going to stay. Okay. So I have to sign out and then open up copy link, and then we're going to put in this link. And then we're going to put this down here, edit, and then we'll put that, save, and then we'll put this over here. There we go. I will just put it there. But what I have to do is there we go. just take a screenshot of this and then post it on. Okay. And we'll post it on Twitter. Get Seeking Alpha Pro. Huge savings. Boom. Click here for details. Copy. Boom. Post. And then there, we've got that. Now we'll get out of that and we got to sign back in, log in. Oh, come on. Why are you not giving me? There we go. No, log in. Penny is the best. But Penny. So there was I have my car out there and I've got dog mode on in the Tesla. And Penny sees another dog and jumps into the front seat. She knows she's not allowed in the front seat. She knows she's supposed to be in the back seat. So I'm watching her on the camera. And I told my girlfriend, I said, you got to go out there. Okay. Nvidia's up 2%. Lily's up 1%. Cleveland Cliffs down 4%. Amazon's up another 5%. Wow, IBIT's down 2%. PanW down 1%. Okay. Let's go and do this. I'm going to start recording. Good morning. It is Monday, November 3rd. If you didn't know, my dog had a little situation, so I have been out of it this morning. So it's going to be an abbreviated show. It's a great show. We're going to talk about AI was given a bunch of money, and there's one model that clearly is a winner. That's a better stock picker than people. And the strategy is interesting. So we'll go over that. The November watch list that I just did, we'll talk about that because there's a couple of them that are way up already. We will talk about what's in store for the November markets. And that's probably the most important thing. Just pointing you in the right direction. What does a red doji candle mean? And then some stocks to watch, earnings that we have. We'll go over everything because there's Palantir, there's HIMS, there's a bunch of stuff that's happening this week, including a Tesla shareholder vote. But let's look live at the market right now. It is 10:30 in the morning. So I get to look at the live market with you and tell you exactly what I see. See how we see a gap up after the weekend? This starts at 4 a.m. and you can see into the market open, we ran up. Things were good. And all of a sudden, in the last hour, we just haven't gained confirmation on this 5-minute. So where do I think we're going to go? Well, I think you touch that open. And if you touch that open, I think it pushes higher. I do think that we're in a good market. But again, earnings are going to need to drive this. The 4-hour algorithm had you in it here at the 612 on QQQ. Where are you trading right now? QQQ right now, as we speak, is at 631. You've got a decent gain. I have said before that 606 is support. Until it gets down there, I'm not necessarily concerned about anything. I will pick out a new support when it happens. But I just got word about Seeking Alpha's Black Friday sale, which is important, okay? Because these deals that I have for you, Seeking Alpha, the Alpha Picks portfolio, which beats the S&P, 2 data-driven picks. We get one at noontime today. I will be live on Substack today, scalping that pick. You know, it's 2 hours from now, so join me. The Seeking Alpha Premium membership, which I love. The bundle, which I think is the best deal. I will tell you this, and I try and save you money when you can. The Black Friday deal is going to save you more money. So between now and Black Friday, if you think you can beat the whatever, say it's $50. If you think you can save $50 and just buy it now, which I think you can because we're in a bull market, then just go ahead and buy it. I don't know the exact price point. I just have the dates. It's going to be a couple of weeks. So if you can wait, I would wait on the Black Friday. Now, I wouldn't wait on the Black Friday for Trendspider. Trendspider's having their offer as well. They've extended it for one more day. So again, just go and get those. But there's another deal that I got, and this is part of the big deal. So this is Seeking Alpha Pro, and it's one that I've been trying out. There's a couple of things that I like. If you look at Seeking Alpha over here, this whole pro section, you get top analyst idea, you get the pro quant portfolio, which I will point you towards. It's more for day traders. It's more for people. The one thing I don't like about the Alpha Pro portfolio is that it's equal weighted. So essentially every week you've got to reweight your portfolio. So it's definitely trading at least every week, if not every day. Because again, you want this to add to your winners and things like that. It does beat the S&P, but it's the S&P equal weight. So again, if it were me, I would want Alpha Picks over the Pro, but for those people who want more, there is one other thing that I've been using a lot, and it's this upgrades and downgrades feature, okay? That is an impressive one because this gives you, hey, yesterday, this stock was a hold. Now it's a strong buy in the quant. That makes it worthwhile. And if you want to try this, I've got an offer out there. It's for $99 for the first month. So I would tell you, $100 for the first month, that's not bad, because it gives you an idea exactly how long you want to do it, and you can cancel it anytime. It does go on to be a lot more, so you can check out the link and see if you want it. Now, an example of what the Pro can do, okay? This is just an example. We've got HIMS coming up. This AI right here, Ask AI, I went in and I asked it, can you give me a preview of HIMS earnings? What will affect the stock price? HIMS reports after the market today. So it's got its key financial metrics: momentum, 12 months up 141%. Over 3 months, you're down 31%. Revenue growth forward, 47%. And it gives you everything that you want to know. GLP-1 business headwinds, margin outlook, key metrics. It links the articles in here. Again, it can explore further. This is an example of what Pro can do for you. I had it preview the earnings. I did this while watching football yesterday. Gave me a great insight into it. Then I went into HIMS on Trendspider and I said, you know what? Is this a good trade? Well, 4-hour algorithm has you out. 4-hour algorithm doesn't beat buy and hold. It wins only 37% of the time. So for me, I would have to find some other reason to buy this. And I've said, within this space, if we pull this volume slider back to where it hit that 25 level, nobody's holding down here at 25. If you go below 43, you've got a whole bunch of a space down here to where people aren't necessarily holding. The MACD way down below the oscillator by 2 points. The last time we saw this, the stock moved from 48 to 69. The RSI, it's in oversold territory at 35 going into earnings. It's an interesting one. Now, I don't consider this an investment. I consider this one a trade. But you can see even on the weekly, the MACD pulled back. The RSI is down at 45. So go and check out HIMS on Earnings Hub. You know, again, what are they expected? They're expected 10 cents per share. What they report last night, 17 cents per share. So it's lowered expectations. So you can take the assumption that maybe this is going to be good. The biggest thing with HIMS that I will tell you is the fact that there is a huge short interest on this. Let me just refresh this page. There we go. And you look at this, the short interest, 30% short interest. So if they show growth, if they show some type of positive trend, you're going to see this one squeeze up higher. Okay, but it's not an investment. Be rest assured, it is not an investment. Now I want to go over this one. Let's look at this. There it is. This one right here, because this was interesting. Okay. If you think AI is ready to trade stocks and be an investor, you're probably wrong. This is Alpha Arena. You can Google it, okay? This is an AI project. They gave a bunch of money to different AI models, money to trade stocks, and it just let them go. And just, you know, hey, spoiler, DeepSeek, the Chinese model, wins by a large margin, Okay, apparently AI is good at trading, but not every model, mostly the Chinese ones. And this is a quote from this article. It is pretty interesting because while the market has trended upward, Chinese AI just keeps it simple and goes long on crypto with leverage. They get it. In our last update, DeepSeek ran into trouble and lost around 40% of its portfolio. But that turned out that it was a calculated risk. As the market recovered, DeepSeek doubled its portfolio and is now up more than 120% since the contest started. So go and read this article. It is super, super interesting about what they're doing. And I'll link to the girl Sabrina on Substack who posted this one. It was fantastic. Fantastic. And by the way, I'm going to give you this one too. RSI, I just went over RSI. Trendspider has a new, they're identifying RSI divergence, which is a huge, and again, this identifies it with examples. So if you want to go watch that video and try it out on Trendspider, again, Trendspider has trials for like $5. So go and use this one and try it out. Then go and use AI. And then what I did yesterday, I gave everybody a watch list. The August watch list, they had winners. I go over Nebius was up 154% since I published in August. COMM, Costco, they were up 117%. September, we had Western Digital up 86%, Open Door up 74%, and in October, you had IREN up 32% and BETR up 24%. So I got a pretty good track record of going over this stuff. In November, I focused on momentum names with high quality fundamentals. Today alone, there are huge winners, okay? So far, there's one stock up 30% today. I've gone over them in the podcast here before, but what I tell people is this is just a deeper dive. And these are the levels. Free, everybody gets the free one. The paid members, they get a little bit more. They get to message me. I get to, ask me about these watch list specifics. It is a good newsletter. I've gotten so much positive feedback on the watch list specifically. But let's go over what's in store for the markets. Okay, what's in store for the markets for November? Earnings have been solid. Earnings beats surge, but the market's reaction is muted. Roughly 2/3 of the S&P have reported results, and 64% of them topped earnings estimates by at least one standard deviation. That's a rate unprecedented outside of COVID reopening. Those beats have come from both higher revenues and stable profit margins, with aggregate sales tracking up 6% year over year at roughly 18 point, and margins roughly up 11.8%. That's huge. Sell in May and go away. That killed portfolios. Killed your portfolio. For only the fourth time in history did we see green candles through all of the sell in May and go away, June through October. June through October have had green monthly candles. That, why it was so agonizing. If you were waiting on the sidelines for a pullback because you never saw it, you just didn't see one. And there were dips to buy. But this was a shut up and buy summer, okay? We are about to have the fourth time in history, all 6 months doing the sell in May and go away are green. November has never been lower and up more than 5% with those 4 times. November may be a month to just shut up and buy. Okay? And Ryan goes over it again. When the S&P is up more than 15% year to date heading into November, it turns out November does even better than normal. 2.7% versus 1.9%. You can do all of this research on Trendspider. But the real impressive feat is that November and December period has been higher 20 out of 21 times. Again, strength equals strength. We're just seeing more strength. The economy, strong. Earnings, great. Don't fight the Fed. It's just a formula. Rinse and repeat. 6 green months in a row, longest streak since 2021, only a handful of times since 2008. Okay? But beware. There is something lurking out there. It's called a red doji candle. This is the highest weekly volume since the April lows. Again, the April lows, you can see that huge volume spike right there, But you see, we've trended upward and just in volume in the short term. But it has a red doji candle. Are you nervous is what Trendspider says. Are bears still cooked? And if you're like me and you don't know what the F and a red doji candle is, use the tools that you have. It's called perplexity. A red doji candle indicates indecision in the market with a slight selling bias. It forms when the opening and closing prices are very close, but the closing price is slightly lower than the opening price. Again, this is a slightly bearish candle. So if you just go and look at VOO, that's the S&P 500. It's my preferred. Okay, and we look at this one, the 4-hour algorithm had you in here at 617. You're trading at 625. The 4-hour algorithm wins 67% of the time. So where would I say the support probably lies? Probably around 617. So if you go down there and that red doji candle is a signal, maybe it's time to start trimming. But again, you do you. Just use the tools that you have. Some of the stocks to watch, Roku hitting new multi-year highs on earnings. That's a massive base breakout just getting started. Remember, stock charts have memories. It's kind of like your computer. When you go to your computer and you haven't, your memories from Facebook pop up and you're like, oh yeah, that one. Stock charts have memories. And look, you just got a golden cross on the weekly. And Trendspider is pointing that out. Roku may be a good buy. Is it a solid fundamental buy? Hell no, it's not a solid fundamental buy. It's expensive. 328 times forward earnings. But their growth, 16%. EBITDA growth, 218%. But more importantly, their momentum has turned. It's been a good momentum factor for Roku. Let me just refresh this one. Oh, come on, the momentum factor. I can go in and look at this one if I wanted to. But yeah, 12% in 3 months, 55% in 6 months, 28%. Again, you see the sector of communication services haven't been doing all that great, but Roku has been outperforming. Is it one that you want to add to your watch list? I said it in the November why. I think watch lists are a special skill. And so is Roku one that you want to put on your watch list? Trendspider thinks so. And again, maybe it's on one of mine. Maybe not. Shy has his top 3 utility names. There are plenty of NVIDIA GPUs, but not that much power. Nebius, IREN, and Cypher. Boy, go and look at those stocks today. And he published this yesterday. Did you buy him at the open? Did you say thank you? I don't know. And most of these names, by the way, report earnings this week. Cypher just reported this morning. IREN reports later. HUT reports later. Mara on Tuesday after hours. So again, they are reporting earnings. We go over this. Berkshire reported earnings. They have a huge cash pile and able restoring investors' confidence. Berkshire has not been a great stock to be in. Okay, we'll go and look at it from a Seeking Alpha standpoint, but you can see here in pre-market, here in the actual market, it's kind of just sitting there. You got a nice gap above to 539. The 50-day has turned a little positive, but all of a sudden we've seen as they come into earnings, it's pulling back. And the market doesn't exactly like the fact that Warren Buffett is leaving. So it's uncertain. You look at a weekly chart of this one, and you see we've just traded sideways since February. This was the price that it was in February. So you had that pullback. We didn't pull back much on this one. Again, it's a fundamental one. Berkshire is not a stock that you look at for trading purposes. It's a stock that you look for investing, and it's a strong buy. 4.77. The valuation D+. It's not as good as it was 6 months ago. The growth, not as good as it was 6 months ago. Profitability, same as it was. Momentum, it's worse. Revisions, it's worse. So even though that's a strong buy, I would look at this and say, hey, we may have more room to go down, but Wall Street says it's worth $528. There's only 4 analysts that cover this. So it outperforms Cathie Wood. This is a long-term buy and hold. It's not one you trade. Is it on your watch list? Maybe. Again, they reported earnings, so you saw it. One that's coming up after the bell that probably is huge is Palantir. And here's what to look for Palantir. But go and ask your favorite AI what you want it to look for in Palantir. Because Palantir broke $200 on Friday. Cramer called it. Jim Cramer, I give him a lot of shit. He called it. When this was at 150, he said, sure, it's going to 200. Should have bought it. When it dipped down there below that 160 in September, should have bought it. 4-hour algorithm has you in at 184. You're doing well. 4-hour algorithm wins 50% of the time. So if you were just adding to this during the 4-hour algorithm, you might be up even more than 1,100% if you just bought and held way back when, because maybe you started to trim on some of these. Your average win is 23%. You can see it right there. Got you in April, 47% gain. Got you back in July with a 14% gain. Got you back here September, 12% gain. Got you back in and right back out and then right back in. So go and look at this one because, again, it's reporting with HIMSS after the bell. And there's a lot going on this week. This is the Catalyst Watch. This is my favorite email, and I read this every Friday. You got huge volatility from Circle and Palantir are set for a volatile week of trading. You've got an IPO watch for Beta Technologies. You've got companies that has ex-dividend dates. You've got DuPont spinoff of its electronic business. You had a purchase this morning from Kimberly-Clark or something. Earnings today, it's Palantir and it's HIMSS. You know, you've got Corvo, you've got onsemi, you got Clorox, you've got Williams Company. Okay, 2 p.m., Lisa Cook speaks. 12 p.m., we have an Alpha Pick. So I'll be on Substack live doing the Alpha Pick stuff again. Tuesday, you have earnings from AMD, Capri, Sirius, Leidos, Match Group, Molson, Pinterest, Shopify, Supermicro, Yum Brands, Caterpillar. You have a whole bunch of earnings. And then on Wednesday, you've got more earnings. AMC, McDonald's, Devon Energy, Dine Brands, Fastly, Fortinet, HubSpot, Qualcomm. All day, Bank of America holds its investor day in Boston. Thursday, you got a ton of earnings. Airbnb, ConocoPhillips, Datadog. You've got a ton of things going on this week around earnings. In fact, Friday, before the bell, you've got Constellation Energy. This one is one of the ones that I think wins the energy race, but it's not going to win it in a 15 or 20% pop overnight. Utilities don't do that. And if it does, something's wrong. But this one, I think, I forget the guy's name, but he was on CNBC saying it could double from here. I like it as well. Fundamentally, it's expensive. You're going to pay for the top dog. This one isn't even the top dog. If you go and look, you got a bunch of other names. American Electric Power is a buy, 3.97. A yield of 3.16, and the stock year to date, it's up 29%. You know, go down the rabbit hole, find things you like. That's how you set up watch lists. That's it for today. A short, sweet, you know, nothing spectacular. It's just, hey, the November watch list is out there. It's already doing killer stuff. Go on and sign up if you want to support me. If not, just listen to the podcast every day. That's what half the people do. And if you want Trendspider, go and try it out. I think they still have $5 trials, $5 for 2 weeks, and go and do the RSI divergence. Go and find some stocks for the next 2 weeks, because I'm telling you, November and December, I don't think you're going to see sellers show up. You're going to have a resolution of the government shutdown. You're going to have more China deals. You're going to have more AI stuff. You've got NVIDIA earnings coming out. You've got a bunch of things being announced. Again, buyers will show up, but sellers won't. What does that do? That pushes the price up. Hedge funds will be hesitant to sell in November and December, and that's the big money. Why? Because they don't want to tell their clients, you've got a 50% tax this year on your capital gains, because it's short term. We're going into next year. They'll start selling next year in January, just like they did last year. Take a look at the largest stock at the time last year in the market, okay? We're going to go back and we're going to look at November and December. Look at what happened. The buy here in Apple was $227. You went into December rallying all the way to 260. What happened in the beginning of last year? It went down. Why? Not because Apple missed a bunch. It was heavy selling for capital gains purposes. Nobody wants 50% of their portfolio to be Apple. Nobody's as crazy as I am. So I think you're going to see the same thing. And we're starting to see, by the way, just in regards to Apple, they may have Apple Intelligence sooner than you think. And it may be powered by Google. So again, look at this one. Here in November, buy at 172, ran all the way up to 205. And then what happened in the beginning of this year? Boom, we went down. I think you're going to see similar things. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Linktree. This is where everything is. You can get Trendspider, the Seeking Alpha bundle. Again, if you want to wait till Black Friday, I know the sales are coming out there. So wait. But if you have any questions, you can hit me up. My email address is right there. Take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Okay. I think it was a good show. It got what I wanted out there. I got that there's a November watch list. I got that there's a Black Friday sale. I got the AI stuff, which I thought was important. No, we're going to do this. And that. And then we're going to expand out. Okay. And we'll break that one there. And I didn't put in I need to do a new commercial. A new scroll that scrolls up the Linktree address and everything like that. Export file. Let me copy the title. Then I got to do a thumbnail. Do save. Put this at the top. Okay. We love Penny. Fucking Penny. Amazon's going well. Rick. My Venmo's in my Linktree. I'm kidding. But yeah, Cypher's up. Cypher reported earnings. And that was a Daniel and Shy thing. Oh, you're welcome, Brad. I know I get hate mail when I skip. Believe it or not, Brad. I try and view this as a job. You guys pay me really well. I mean, honest to God, you guys listening, you pay me really well. Full disclosure, last year, and I'm pretty open about this, last year on the podcast, between the affiliate and everything, all advertising and stuff like that, I made $130,000. I just updated through the month of October. This year, I've made $130,000 through October. And Black Friday sales are so good. The discounts that Trendspider and Seeking Alpha do. I think a lot of people wait for those, and they should. Oh, I need to bring that up because somebody texted me, and he was telling me about his portfolio, and it really didn't have as much as I thought it should have to buy the tools. And so he said, yeah, I'll just ask my mom for it for Christmas. And I said, that's a great idea. I mean, if you want to use it as a learning tool because you're starting to build your portfolio and you want some tools and I've got this system where it looks at stuff. I think those tools are a great Christmas gift. Asking for those as a gift from a loved one or from a family member or something like that. Or if people want to pool stuff. Who's this in my driveway? Who is this? It's an Amazon. Oh. I don't know who the hell it is. He's gonna answer. I can't answer the door. I'm online. I don't know who it is. I don't know who he is.
I don't mind it. Do you want me to?
I mean, if you want to, you can, but I don't know who he is. Oh.
Wrong house.
Oh. What do you want?
I don't know.
Oh. Was he dropping something off?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
E road.
Yeah, we aren't expecting anybody. Oh, let's do a Google AI Studio one. Let's create something in Nano Banana. Let's add a file of download. There we go. And let's create a Thanksgiving turkey costumed person using attached photo that will be a YouTube thumbnail. The background should be the stock market and it should be a celebration. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Because I did basically take this and throw it into I mean, I could be an AI. Oh, there you go. Remove the text. Hopefully it doesn't remove the text from the TV screen. There we go. There we go. And we'll download this. Okay, download. There we go. We will do a templates, YouTube thumbnail, and we will throw I like what text? I want like a curved text. Let's do this. There we go. Customize this one. And we will upload. Where is my Finder? And then place background. Oh. Nope. Okay. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna take that. Take that guy out. Let's see, replace background. Take that out. There we go. And Monday, let's see. Market moving stocks. November's watch list. AI versus humans. Traders. Okay. Now we've got to shrink this down. Let's just, we will copy. Oh no. We want to copy, paste. We'll take this out. Okay. And we'll take this out and shrink. There we go. And uploads. Let's see, we're gonna take IREN. Nebius. There we go. We'll just do that. Download, quit that one, new episode. I don't know what you were laughing at, Rick, but is it me yelling about people coming to my house? Sometimes I don't know what I say is funny. I hear the dog snoring. That's the best noise in the world. Episodes. I'm gonna go down here. I'm just gonna copy, close that one. Let's look at CIFR. Cypher is up 18%. IREN is up 10%. Nebius, I don't think that one was running as much. That one's down 5%. Hut is up 2.88. Hut reports earnings. I mean, I think this one's Thursday. No, yeah, it's today. Tomorrow before the bell. Tomorrow before the bell. So, we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Trendspider. Yeah, I mean, I'm down on it. I'll be perfect. Let's see. How much am I down on it? I think I've had 4 or 5, maybe 6 purchase lots on that. Let me see. I'll tell you how much I'm down on it, Larry. Because I'm down on it too. But remember, for me, that's a simple buy and hold. It's just, you know, it's a very simple procedure where I'm not going to miss out on it anymore. BMNR, it's actually in my IRA too. Let's see. I'm going to sort it by symbol. Where is it? No, do I have it in my brokerage? I do. I am down 12%. But I don't have a full position on it. It is, let's see, it is, I am down 12%. It is 0.43% of my account. So the dollar amount isn't killing me. Remember, it's about, you know, not just about, it's not just about the actual percentage, it's the dollar amount too. Because I believe in it. I think it's a, you know, again, I believe in Tom Lee saying every dollar that you put in here, I'm going to make $3 purchase of Ethereum. And that's what I'm banking on. And while Ethereum goes down, this one has more volatility. So as it goes down there, I'll look to buy it again. Oh, and now I've got to upload this one without copying and pasting that. And then I've got to dailystockpick.substack.com dashboard. We're going to create new. I may add to the November watch list too. There were a couple that I think I forgot. So, boom, 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 boom. It's funny because I think one of my friends, actually, Brad, you say thanks for going the extra mile. He's like, man, you really consider this a job? I was like, yeah, it is a job. I mean, you know, I consider if I don't show up, I'm letting somebody down, but it's mostly myself because remember, the podcast is all about me. And if I don't show up and do the podcast, I'm not looking at my own portfolio enough. So that's the way I look at it. I don't know if that's the right way to look at it, but that is the way I look at it. So, and I can't believe more people haven't watched this Steve Kress interview. I think a lot of people have listened to it on oh, come on. Where is Steve Kress? Oh, I have to go all the way back. Is it that far back? It is. Share. It's a good interview. I learned so much from that one. I mean, that's what's crazy. That's why I can't believe more people haven't listened to it. Because I personally learned so much from just talking to him. Edit, and we're going to do 3. We'll close that one out. And then we're going to upload file, downloads, then playlists, daily podcast. Paid promotion we won't do. Okay. I've got to get back to here and we're going to put in, wow, was it only a 24-minute podcast? Okay, it lets me put it in there. Remember, I'm going to be live at noontime as well, so. Remind me at 11:55 to go live on Substack.
Okay, I've added it.
Okay, let's go back. We're going to copy all of this. Copy. And then Paste. And we will post this up on Spotfiy. Next. Now. Publish. Boom. Okay. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, Trendspider affiliate. Copy. Seeking Alpha Premium. Copy. Seeking Alpha Bundle. Copy. Alpha Pix. Copy. Then I need to change link tree because that doesn't copy over well. And then next, monetization on, next, none of these issues, submit, next, import. We'll do that one. Save. Next, next. Public. Okay. Publish. Okay. I am out of here. I will be back on Substack in about 50 minutes or so. So if you want to continue live, just subscribe to the newsletter. I'll be over there. Okay. See you guys.